And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, December 1st. I'm your host for today's program, Paul Demain. Many of the stories viewed here can be found at our website as well at IndianCountryNews.com. Here are the news stories from the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The Idaho Supreme Court has upheld a lower court decision to toss out a lawsuit aimed at removing tribal video gaming machines from the Fort Hall Casino. The lawsuit was filed against the state in 2008 by Wendy Knox and Richard Dotson, who argued the gaming machines at the tribal casino violated the Idaho Constitution's prohibition on gambling. Knox and Dotson say they became compulsive gamblers who lost tens of thousands of dollars, their jobs and home by playing at the casino. Fort Hall Casino is located on tribal land and operated by the Shoshone-Bannock tribes. Tribal gaming was approved by voters there as a ballot initiative in 2001. 7th District Judge Darren Simpson dismissed the lawsuit, ruling the Eastern Idaho couple lacked standing. The justices unanimously agreed. The Mashpee Wampanoag have ended their relationship with investors they had hoped would help the tribe build a $1 billion resort casino in Middleborough, Massachusetts, and formed a new alliance with Asia's largest casino operator. Tribal leadership announced this weekend that they have reached a tentative deal with the Arcana Limited, an affiliate of Kind Hot. The Malaysian-based company is part of a gambling giant Genting Group. Genting Group, which helped the Mashantucket Pequots build Foxwoods in Connecticut, has a combined stock market capitalization of $26 million. Vice Chairman Aaron Toby says the tribe has also agreed in principle to sever ties with investors Sol Kersner and Len Woolman. Some members of the Ute Tribe of the Utah and Hopi Reservation in Utah are seeking to halt construction of a $6 million fish hatchery at Big Springs Creek. Opponents have expressed concern over the project's effect on what they consider sacred springs and have called for mediation with the tribe's business committee over its fate. During a recent general membership meeting, 99 of the tribe's 3,157 enrolled members voted to stop the project. 3 people voted to continue construction. Among other concerns, opponents contend spiritual leaders were not contacted to review the environmental assessment and that the project interferes with religious beliefs and customs. The city of Sparks, Nevada has joined a cooperative agreement to protect an obscure rocky site featuring more than 200 panels of petroglyphs. The city council unanimously voted last week to join the protection effort for the Court of Antiquity with the Washoe County and the Nevada Department of Transportation. Local, county, and state governmental agencies under the guidance of the Nevada Rock Art Foundation are trying to acquire the site along Interstate 80 from the Transportation Department and develop a master plan for it. Sparks officials says the nearly 4-acre site has significance as a central meeting and fishing site for the tribes. The Southern Ute Tribe has set a runoff election for this month for 2 seats on the Southern Ute Tribal Council after none of the 8 candidates received 50% of the vote last month. Southern Ute election bylaws mandate a necessary majority for winning candidates. The top 4 candidates in the election November 6th are now ready to face off in a runoff on December 18th. Incumbent Jimmy Newton Jr. received the most votes in the November election, followed by incumbents Barbara Scott Rarick and Howard D. Richards Sr. and Joycelyn Dutchy. 6 tribal members sit on the council and others serve as chairman for 3-year terms. Tourists traveling the vast expanse of tribal lands in northern Arizona will soon have a venue to learn about the culture of one of the oldest indigenous tribes in America. A $13 million hotel and conference center billed as the western gateway to the Hopi Reservation is set to open later this year, where entertainment, lectures, and demonstrations will provide non-Hopis with an insight into the tribe's culture and traditions. The Moncopia Legacy Inn and Suites, only the second hotel in the 1.6 million acre reservation, is part of the largest development project undertaken by a single Hopi village. Besides bringing in cash and helping to educate tourists, the hotel will provide much-needed jobs for tribal members. The name is a tribute to about 20 elders of the upper village of Moenkopi who painstakingly worked to regain part of the tribe's ancestral homelands and wanted it to be a welcoming place for visitors. And we want to remind people to go into the IndianCountryTV.com website and the featured digital player to take a look at some of the featured programs there during the month of December that started rolling in there today. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to say miigwech for showing up and taking a peek at it.